Alright, so this is going to be video 3 for lesson 2. Just going inside the source code and showing some changes that I implemented for the assignment. So kind of similar to last time, we started out where the very first change I made was I added a bunch of other options other than just Dart and Java. As you can see, we have a C++, Python, Ruby, HTML, JavaScript, Visual Basic, Pascal, and Kotlin. So you have options for all of those. Now, once you added those options, it's a little bit, more in depth than just adding the text. You needed to add a controller for each of those. So in the registration page controller file, we go ahead and implement our first changes here after the Java one we did. Pretty simple how to implement those changes, and then we added print functions for all of those to check after the submit button had been pressed. So we have print statements to verify whether or not they are being utilized. After that, our main changes occurred at the profile page. So if we go to the profile page, you can see it's got the it's got the first, drop down button form for major. It's got the other drop down button form field for job summary. Then you got your two text checkboxes right here for yes and no, asking if you work or not, and just the basic other things. Definitely our raised button down here, which it calls our functions. So we have all of our function calls for those controllers, pretty similar. What it's going to have is our first drop down menu for majors, second drop down menu for jobs, and then the function calls for when buttons are pressed. And so that's really all we have here. It has the print statement when the button is pressed, and then a couple more things we changed in the user profile. We added a job status map key, and then we have job summary and major that were added here as well. So those are the main changes that were implemented after the assignment had been completed.